So in the last video we have discussed about how to structure our headings, and I said that I will be discussing about images in this video. But before jumping into that, I just wanted to discuss about this default browser styles, because it's very important to know about it, and it's gonna be very useful once you get into CSS and all that. You can easily understand how this default browser styling is actually applied in your elements. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the file that we have discussed in the previous video, the same file. So I'm gonna open this up with live server, and as you can see here, so this is the same page that we have discussed in the previous video. So the h1 and h2 and some h3 tags and paragraph tags and all that. So you can see that all these tags here, they have some kind of default browser styling applied to it. So the browser looking at the document, and it's saying that I have got all these different tags, and the user who is viewing at the web page to know the difference between these tags. So what it does is it looks at this h1 and it says that it's a very important heading. So I have to make it very bold and large text, and it's looking at this paragraph tag and it says that so it's just a paragraph. So like I want to make this a standard text, not very bold, and to give high font size. So and browser is seeing h2 and h3 tags. So h2 means so lesser font size when compared to the h1 tag. So the browser having this default having this something called as a default style CSS style sheet, and all these default styles within the style sheet are giving this element a different kind of variations, like different font size and the spacing between the text, etc. So if there is no CSS, like if we don't want to use CSS at all, still it doesn't look bad, right? So it actually has some default styles applied to it. So every browser has this default style applied to it. However, for example, Google Chrome has their own default browser styling, so Mozilla Firefox, Opera, so everything has its own default styling, but however they are pretty much the same. So every if you are using a different kind of browser, for every browser the same default styling is applied, so there is no difference in it. So how can you check this default browser styling whether it's applied? So I'm just gonna show you this, but we will be discussing about this in detail in the when we get into CSS. So as you can see here, that h1 has a font size of that we will be discussing once we get into CSS. So just see here that it has some kind of styling applied to it. Like for h2, as you can see here, h2 has a smallest font size when compared to h1. So this is how you can check the default browser styling, and you can change this easily using CSS. So don't worry about these things right now. So I just wanted to show you that how the default browser styling is actually applied. So that's it, guys. So I just wanted to discuss about this thing. So in the next video we will be jumping into images and links. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. So please don't forget to subscribe, guys.